Hello, my name is Intan Hairani with the number 23 107333006. And in this video, I will presenting about statistical analysis report on a critical analysis of modality in COVID-19 speech, just as a systematic functional grammar perspective. The first is research methods. The study used frequency analysis as the main statistical method. So it's mean that the researcher counts how often certainty of language features appears. In this case is the modality appear in the speeches. The techniques include a frequency counting, percentage calculations, distributions analysis. The data were collected from 8 speeches by leaders of English-speaking countries, which is USA, Ireland, Australia, Nigeria, Canada, South Africa, Britain, and Singapore, and it's delivered between February and May 2022 during the COVID-19 pandemic. And the next is distributions of modality types. A total of 197 modality clauses were analyzed based on Halliday and Matthiesen framework. And there are two main types of modality, which is modulations. The first is modulations. Is in this case is obligations and inclinations. It's accounted around 55% of 55%, around 108 clauses, and this shows the dominance of modulations indicates the word leader focus on making proposals and demanding specific actions as response from their citizens to manage the pandemic. And the second is the modalizations. In this case, is probability and usuality. It's around 45% or 98 clauses. These were used to state degrees of certainty and predictions regarding the virus. This shows that leaders prioritize guiding public behavior, such as asking people to stay at home or follow rules rather than explain the situations. And the next is the analysis of modality values. So the researchers measured the values of modality use on scale of commitment. The first, which is the scale is low, median, and height. So yeah, and then so yeah, the first is median value. It's around 63%. So it's the dominance in these clauses, and this appears in 125 clauses. The frequent use of median models like will or should suggests that leaders aim to avoid an overlay authority tone, attempting to build trust and mitigate the pressure of their demands. And the second is low value, it's around 25%. This was used less frequently to convey lower degrees of certainty or commitment. And the third is high value. It's used around in this case around 12%. This is reflecting a cautious approach by leader to avoid appearing too dictatorial, while still occasionally emphasizing strong necessity, like the use uh, like using, for example, using must or need to. So the leader less used really less to use this um, word. And the next is analysis of modality orientations. So this shows um, whether statements are personal, subjective, or impersonal, objective. And the analysis found that the speeches are dominance of subjective orientations. It's around 93% of it, and divided into two. Subjective explicit is around 84%, and subjective explicit around 9%. And most statements are subjective, so it's like the meaning leaders use personal expressions like I and we. Its objective forms are rarely used in. in here. So yeah, so it means that the leaders want to sound personal, more personal and responsible, and also emotionally connected with the people. And the objective orientations is around 7% of it, and divided into two. The objective implicit around 4%, and objective explicit around 3%. It's rarely used, so it's mean leaders avoided sounding too distant or formal. So it's mean leader prefer a personal style to connect with citizens. So this help build trust and show the responsibilities during the crisis, during the pandemic. And in conclusions, leaders use language careful. So in conclusion, we can see that leaders use language carefully. They got they guide actions, maintain a balanced tone, and connect personally with the public, with the citizens to manage the pandemic effectively. So this feels like the leaders want uh, finish or manage the pandemic together with the citizens. So yeah. I think that is for me. Thank you for listening and have a good day.